I don't have any intro for this one. TJ Watt made the fucking Pro Bowl. Yes, TJ Watt, the guy that missed literally half of the Steelers season and has 4 sacks and 2 interceptions on the season for his stats, which is now apparently Pro Bowl worthy these days. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to be on the right side of the sham that is known as Pro Bowl voting, but damn. How did this happen? Did they just look and say, yeah, TJ's making his case for the Pro Bowl by not playing, goes to show how important he is to the Steelers defense when he's not there? Or was this a makeup call for one of his depoy snubs from 2019 or 2020? I don't know. I am surprised, shocked, but in a good way, but also in a disappointed way because that also means Alex Highsmith did not make the Pro Bowl. Alex is listed as an alternate, and the other AFC edge rushers outside of TJ that got in include Matthew Judon, who I'd say is very deserving, has 14.5 sacks on the season, and Khalil Mack, who I'd say is not deserving. Like, even if you take TJ out of the equation, Highsmith should have just got in over Khalil Mack. If you compare the stats, Highsmith with 11 sacks, Khalil Mack with 7. Highsmith with 5 forced fumbles, which leads the NFL. Khalil Mack with only 2. Alex Highsmith has more tackles with 51, Khalil Mack with 45. Highsmith with 16 QB hits to Mack's 10. And then with tackles for loss, Mack has 10 to Highsmith's 9. So if it's up to me, Highsmith goes in for Mack and TJ stays because I said so. And he showed his value, like to my previous points, he showed his value just by being injured. Also, yeah, he got snubbed from the depoy in 2019 or 2020. And he's TJ, and he's a Steeler. But unfortunately, this is not how things work. Random fans just can't make executive orders and switch around the Pro Bowl rosters. So instead, I devised a plan. We don't know if Judon or Mack will sit out of the Pro Bowl. And right now, it's probably less likely than ever that they do that because it's not even the Pro Bowl game anymore. It's the Pro Bowl skills contest and a bunch of other random stuff. That would be the easy approach. One of them sit out, Alex Highsmith goes in. But if it doesn't, we got to take matters into our own hands. TJ Watt, just say, hey, and this is very truthful because it's been the case. Hey, I've been banged up this season. I got to rest. I got to recuperate. I got to get healthy. Maybe a minor surgery here or there, whatever. Which then would get Highsmith in, and this works out for everyone. This is a win-win because TJ Watt, he still gets the Pro Bowl on his Pro Football Reference page, and then we get another Steeler in and Alex Highsmith. Like, what is wrong with this plan? Could someone find the flaw? TJ Watt, the ball was in your court. More Pro Bowl stuff to go over, though. Minkah Fitzpatrick was the other Steeler that did make it. The Steelers only send 2, and this one makes sense. Minkah Fitzpatrick was absolutely on one this year. He's the best safety in the league, and his play has actually made PFF switch up their evaluations on him. They went from rating him like one of the worst safeties last year to now they consider him the best safety in the league. Make that make sense. I know Minkah didn't make a Pro Bowl last year. I still felt like he was playing at a Pro Bowl caliber. He was really good. I would say he was still one of the top 3 safeties in the league. Just unfortunately didn't get some of the accolades. So I don't know where PFF just went from one degree to another just like that, because Minkah is playing better this year, but I don't think it was to that degree that much better, from one of the worst graded safeties to one of the best. It just doesn't add up, but yes, that is PFF for you. The Steelers' alternates for the Pro Bowl, I already mentioned Alex Highsmith, Pat Freiermuth, Cam Hayward, and Derek Watt. I know the number 2, Steelers only sending 2 guys to the Pro Bowl, seems a little light, but if you do go through the AFC roster, it's not too far off. Maybe you could make a case for 3, but like 2 or 3 seems around the number. So let's just go over the list. Quarterback, who you taking off? Running back, same thing. Receiver, those are literally the top 4 receivers in the AFC. Then at tight end with Muth, it's a tough case to make for him over Kelsey or Andrews because they both had good years again. And I do think Muth is in that top 5 or 6 stratosphere. It's just unfortunate you only get 2 guys going in each conference. James Daniels, I do think he has a case on the offensive line O-line is always tricky year in and year out because guys typically make it based off how the team's offensive line unit did as a whole. But James Daniel, I think, does have a case. Corners, no. Cam Hayward maybe has a case over Jeffrey Simmons. Only has one less sack, more tackles than Simmons, also more QB hits. Both have one forced fumble, but Simmons does have 7 pass deflection to Cam's 2. It's close, though. I mean, if it would have been Cam Hayward over Jeffrey Simmons, I don't think anyone would have complained or said that Simmons got snubbed. At inside linebacker, the only guy that would make sense to me is Miles Jack. You would put him in over CJ Mosley, but just straight up comparison, Mosley has had a more productive season. What hurts Miles Jack, though, is he missed a couple games. And also, he just hasn't made enough splash plays to make it like this closed case argument like, oh man, he got snubbed, he should be over CJ Mosley. But let me know if there's anything I missed, if there's any other guys that you think got snubbed from the Pro Bowl on the Steelers or even otherwise across the league on the AFC or the NFC. But that's it for this edition of Big Deke News. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good rest of your Thursday. Stay chilling. Peace.